Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Everyone that's not here yet. Wonder if anybody ever hears me say good morning. I'm the only one here. What's happening? killing time, stalling. How we doing today, guys? Thursday, the 28th, is it? Yeah, August 28th. Good to see you guys. What is happening? Good morning, Wendy. Wendy Turner. Still like seeing that pop up on my screen. We worked hard on that, didn't we? Aaron Callie. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. What's going on? August 28th. Jesus. This is my favorite time of year. 52 here in sunny southern Maine. Little another month and a half, a little frost on the pumpkin, as they say. 9.7 for Aaron. Gets his bike tonight. Has recently started a quest to do a triathlon or two. And I'm not just talking the short stuff, so good for you. Chatted with Aaron the other day. Good morning, Bill Gustafson. I like seeing people set new goals and stuff like that. It's all good. Yeah. Rachel Berlin, good morning. Tony Ruffin, what is happening, brother? How you been, man? Good to see you. Yeah. Mike Nunez from Nunez Vineyard Management is here. Yeah. 80 on the sleep score last night. 8 healthy, exercised, got to bed at a reasonable time. Maybe something to that. Good morning, Danielle. How are you? Great to hear it, Tony. Yeah, good to see you guys. What's going on? I had a pretty exciting call yesterday. Steve Rosenberg jumped on, and then Bubba was here, and Richard was here. And before you knew it, Bubba stepped up and offered up 5 tickets to Mach 5. Dug into his wallet. I think it kind of surprised Steve, and said if somebody was having a financial constraint getting to the event, to reach out to him. I don't know how many people have yet. I know a couple. And then not to be outdone, I stepped up and said, well, hey, if you have a ticket and you would like to bring someone on your team because it's more impactful and you won't have to go home and try to sell everything that you learned and the growth that you had while you were at the event, then I would come to the table with another 5, general admission, of course, tickets to get another 5 people there that might not otherwise be able to go. So Tony Ruffin just completed phase 1 of Live Hard. That's awesome, man. Love to see it. Good for you. Congratulations. It's not easy to stay with that. The water was the thing for me. I was saying that yesterday. The water. I'm like, man, I'm in the bathroom every 7 minutes or less. Tried to put a little salt in it. Tried to do whatever I could. Drink a little, front load it in the day, everything. But it never got easy. They said, oh, you get used to it. I never did. So, yeah, congratulations. Are you staying with it or going further? I'm tired. Yeah. It's funny sometimes getting those 2 workouts in and then separating them by 3 hours. Because when I first looked at 75 hard, I was like, oh, shit, 2 45 minutes workouts. I just work out for an hour and a half. That's not the plan. That's not the program. So, and everybody's got an excuse, myself included, why they couldn't do it or whatever, like the water, right? So the fact is you got through it. Yeah, going further. Good to see it, Tony. Glad to hear it. So love to catch up with you sometime. Love to see you at our event in Houston in August, October. So yeah, we'd love to see it. So yeah, slept great last night. Got an 80 on the Oura Ring sleep score, which you guys that have followed along, I don't dip into the 80s too often. We did a few times last week, and it was good. I kind of attributed it to being at camp, or getting some exercise and hanging out. Not to be outdone, Wendy came in with a 96. So she's like, take that. So it's good to sleep. It's good to sleep well. And I've always kind of felt like sleep is overrated. Not as I've gotten older. Can't, when you're circling the drain at 2:30 in the afternoon, you got to do something. Nobody's outrunning that. So, Anyway, so continuing our series on the power of presence, I wanted to talk today about showing up fully at work. Speaking of getting sleep and being ready to rock and roll. Yeah, we've talked about why presence beats perfection and why energy matters more than time and how presence transforms conversations. Like yesterday, we talked about, listening to be present, not just to hear or wait for your next thing that you want to say. So today we're going to talk about the workplace, whether it's your business or you're a place of work, place where you're employed. What does it really mean to show up fully at work? Are you coming in on two wheels, spilling your coffee, coming in the door with your 4-foot tall Stanley Cup and racing in the door? Or are you showing up on time or early, being engaged, being ready to go? Are you busy or are you present? Because they're not the same thing, as I said in the title. Okay. You ever talk to someone? Hey, how you doing? Oh, busy. busy. Doing what? Being busy. Yeah, because it sounds good. Wear it as a badge of honor, right? But there's a trap to the busyness, right? Many people mistake the activity for effectiveness. They're not really effective. And yes, Wendy is the sleep master. Corpse level, actually. Yeah, sometimes I kind of give her one of those. Reach over and grab her wrist. You all right over there? She sleeps at a high level. It's good. Yeah, some people are, running around, multitasking, answering every notification, and to them it feels like work. But it's not presence. Presence equal clarity, focus, intentional action, right? Doing something for a reason. I'll be the first to admit, and my daughter will back me up on this. I am not a multitasker. Wendy will see the same. If she sees me, she's talking to me, and I was already looking at my phone, answering a text or something. I'm like, the whole of it. Hang on, because I can do this or I can do that. I can't do both. I'm not a multitasker. Just doesn't work. My brain doesn't work that way. But it matters. The presence at work matters. When you're fully there, you're solving problems, right? You're leading better. If you're in a leadership role, you're doing better, right? You're not reacting to things in a snap manner or quickly, right? You produce higher quality results. Isn't that what we want? People notice the difference between distracted and engaged leadership. Hey, you go, just telling somebody something to get them out of your face. Presence builds trust with your team and your clients. When the shit hits the fan, you're calm, right? Good morning, Catherine. Good to see you. Let's talk multitasking versus mastery, right? The multitasking, as I mentioned, is divided attention. You're over here, you're over there. You're not really here. Mastery is focused attention. Right in here. Okay. Presence at work means choosing depth over the scatter. Depth over the scatter. And coffee's good this morning. Yeah. 80 on the sleep score for you guys that just showing up. Oh, good. We walked 4 miles yesterday. So isn't that funny? Maybe there's a pattern there. So yeah. I've noticed, like, on the personal side, I've watched, like, for me personally, I've watched contractors who are all over the place on the job site, or maybe it's a subcontractor, right? Or a GC, more often a GC, actually. Phones ringing, bouncing between phone conversations, 3 or 4, they're in and out of 4 or 5 conversations. Nothing gets finished. Then I've seen others who walk in and lock in. They walk in and lock in, and the whole crew rises to their focus because they're leading, they're productive, they're focused, they're present. Okay. Presence changes the site. You should be able to spot the leader when you walk on a site, right? Okay. Even for me as a coach, if I'm half distracted, like I'm down here, I've a finished basement. When I'm on my coaching calls, nobody's here. I have the whole space. It's this right here. This is where I've got to be. If for some reason Wendy needed something and came down, I'd be like, I can't even look because I get off track. I want to be tied in. I want to be dialed in, locked in, and be present. Okay. and I don't want to be distracted by Slack or emails. I put my phone on do not disturb. I don't want that shit coming up on my screen, the notifications sliding across, none of it. And I feel like my clients feel that, when I'm fully present, they're going to leave with clarity and power, right? They're going to feel like they, number one, get their money's worth, but number two, made some progress. Okay. So showing up at work fully isn't about more hours, guys. It's about more focused hours. Good morning, Josh Baker. Good to see you, buddy. How about a little practical step? I got to give you something, right? How about blocking out an hour? Like a 60-minute focus block. Call it what you want. Power hour, whatever. Every day. No phone, no distractions, no multitasking. Just all in with one thing. Maybe it's that thing you've been kicking down the road and you haven't dealt with, and you got to get done, right? Okay. So a 60-minute focus block is the challenge today. Today's Thursday. Try it today and tomorrow. See what happens. Dave Howard, good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Nice to have you on here as usual. Check Instagram, see if anybody else has popped on. Mike Nunez still hanging strong. Good to see you, Mike. So anyway, today's challenge, just schedule an hour of distraction-free, focused presence at work. No notifications, no multitasking, just one important thing. Pop in the chat if you want to. What's one important thing you might focus on, you will focus on today? Victor Anthony, good to see you. End of the month and week strong. Yeah, end of the month, week and end the week and month strong. Rachel had a hard time reading that one. I don't know why. Yeah. Can you take an hour today and focus on something? Just one important thing. Okay. And then after you've done it, come back to this feed, this video feed, pop it in the chat. Okay. I always say that. I don't think anybody ever does it, but I'm going to keep saying it. Just like share it out. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. And then just comment after you've done it. I want to hear how much more you got done in that 1 hour. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to shift gears a little bit to home life. Okay. Showing up fully at home. Because these things go together. I promise we're gonna hit you in the fields tomorrow. We're gonna go deep tomorrow. So yeah. Guys, focus for an hour on something today. If you get nothing else other than that from the last 12 minutes and 49 seconds, focus on something for an hour. Turn the phone over, get rid of the iPad, close the office door, whatever it is. Go sit in your truck. Yeah, Bill Gustafson got a big contract to get signed that I have pushed off. Bill, I'm going to ask you to pretend that you don't have any work out ahead of you today. And how much of a priority is that big contract now? Right? Sometimes when we have enough, we kind of kick things down the road, right? So kind of play like you don't. Get back in the space where you were looking for work and didn't, if there was a time where you didn't have work and the guys were, you weren't going to make payroll or whatever. And play from that. Okay? Good stuff. Thanks for sharing, man. Very few do. Love it when that coffee slams against the back of your throat. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Guys, what do you got lined up today? What are you doing for Labor Day weekend? Anybody got any big plans? We were going to hike. And then we said, you know what? How about we just stay home and unpack our shit from our trip? We were like, why do we have to just go all the time? So we're going to take it. We're going to take a chill out weekend. Maybe grill here and sit out on the patio for the first time in a couple of years and hang out, not get into all the hubbub around town. Wyndham is in the Lakes region here, Sebago Lakes region. And Memorial Day and Labor Day are the two biggest weekends for traffic and who we call out-of-staters to come in and kind of flip our town upside down. And we're supposed to love it because they drive the economy, but they don't write my check. Anyway, going up to North Wyndham is equivalent to taking your life in your own hands anytime after about today at noontime, actually. So Bill says, renting a house on Cape Cod. Love to see it. Going to the Cape. Yeah. Good for you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah. I saw my mom yesterday. She enjoyed meeting you at the wedding, Bill. And although I want to talk to you about that friend request you sent her. Just kidding. Rachel says the county fair is this weekend, so that might happen. Cool. Yeah, it's coming into fair season, isn't it? Holy crap. Yeah, we have two big ones here in Maine, the Cumberland Fair and the Freiburg Fair. I don't know, like, what are they, third week in September, and then the week after that, so first week in October. Fourth week in September, first week in October, something like that. One's right after the other. So get over there and get yourself some fried dough. Oh, man. So we're trying to, as you might expect, after being off for a week and just kind of doing the wedding and the diet sliding a little bit, and having a few drinks and just enjoying ourselves. We've shut that down this week and really dialed stuff in. Been getting out for a walk every day. I'm going to bring the weighted vest today and dial that up a little bit. And I'm having a little bit of, I think it was when I was power washing the fence for hours and hours and hours before the wedding, but some sort of inflammation in my elbow. So I'm going to have to deal with that as I start lifting and maybe get that what do they call that? That lateral epicondylitis, I think. So we'll figure that out. Old guy shit. So yeah, good for people watching. Absolutely. Yeah. Wendy's got the links coming. Guys, if you haven't signed up for Mach 5, I'm going to hit you on it every day. Exciting day yesterday where we were able to give out some tickets to some people that might have a financial constraint. I mean, don't we all, right? But I mean, like, they're either going to go or they're not going to go, and they could really benefit from a ticket. And on a case by case basis, we've just kind of looked at that and said, all right, let's we're going to figure it out for you. It's cost a few bucks, but I think that's Bubba and I putting our best foot forward to get people in the room and show you guys just how important this is for you to get there. So if you're a tradesperson, you're a contractor, a subcontractor, electrician, HVAC, real estate, okay? If you're in real estate, frankly, if you're an entrepreneur at all, if you're in sales, and we all are, you got to get there. There's some high-level talent coming to speak, and then there's me. They give me a 30-minute slot or something, which is going to be cool. It's going to be fun. So we're going to talk a little bit about finding your edge and taking your seat at the table. So I'm getting my talk pulled together. So I'm fired up about that. Lots of good things happening. I handled the daily sales accelerator call yesterday, and then I handled the group coaching call. Steve normally handles that, but he's been floating on some river in Montana all week, fly fishing and having a blast with his brothers. So we all need a break. He took one this week. I had one last week. So next week we'll be right up in your business for sure. So, but if you want more information on the Rosenberg Group, you think coaching might be for you, I would love to chat with you. Hop on, give me a DM, something, smoke signal, whatever. Get a hold of me, and we'll talk. I'm talking with people every day about it, which is cool. There's been a fun transition so far. Kind of putting Summit on pause here and saying, well, hey, I worked really hard to get that going for a few years. And then here comes Steve, flips my Apple Card over and says, hey, come on over here. What do you think we could do together? And I said, okay, well, we're going to live that. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together thing out. See what happens. Yeah. And I was able to send a couple of people to Bailey yesterday for a consult for their social media and digital media and all that stuff. So she was excited. So she'll be talking with them. And then as the links come up, it reminds me, don't forget to check out Tyler Kirk, guys. If you're having trouble with your website, if it sucks, if it's not converting, a website is a conversion tool, if you didn't know that, okay? It's not just like, oh, I got a website. It's not like your catalog. It has a purpose. Is to convert people from being out there in the stratosphere somewhere to becoming a lead. Fill out your form, get their information, that kind of thing. So if it's not doing that for you, and it should be in your sleep, talk with Tyler. Get you hooked up with him. If you can't get a hold of him, if you don't know how to get in touch with him, hit me up and I'll get you on a call with him. So yeah, Wendy's got the hotel block links. She's worked hard on this stuff on the back end, guys, lining up hotels, getting preferred pricing for lodging for the event. So hop on and grab that stuff. Check out Steve's website, all that stuff. The links are just coming in. So Anyway, we got some work to do. We got to go for a walk. I went 4 yesterday. I'm going to throw the vest on, and I'm going to resist the temptation to put all the sandbags in it. The big one weighs 40 pounds, and when I got that in the mail last year, I threw it on and walked 6 miles. My back was screwed for a week. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So we'll build into it. But the theme is move every day, and that's going to be what we're going to do. Sleep better, eat better, a little bit at a time. Not trying to boil the ocean, as I always say. And over time, kind of turn the train around a little bit. So, guys, if you're not where you want to be, grab a small win. Do a little something about it. If you're just showing up, okay, and you're not locking in at work or in your business, I would challenge you today to do a 60-minute focus block, 1 hour. Call it a power hour. Call it what you want. Turn the phone over. Shut the iPad off. Close the office door. Whatever. Go sit in your truck. Put the tinted windows up. And give yourself an hour, and you might be surprised how much more productive you are and how much more present you feel. So, guys, have a great day. Love you all. If you need me, I'm here. Otherwise, I will talk to you tomorrow, 8 a.m., same time, same station. Take care.